Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me here today with the next part of the range DPS job. So we are going to be speaking with Yugiri with the Devoted Daughter. Yugiri appears armed and ready to leave the Enclave, which can only mean one thing. I wonder what? You've arrived not a moment too soon. The Blasphemy has been sighted on the coast. For mercy, there are no reported casualties as of yet. Just the woman I was hoping to see. No sooner had we cast wider our nets than a Confederate messenger was at our door. If you would join us, Ratio awaits our arrival at Okonoro. Well, this is going to be interesting. And yeah, I recently unlocked the gear for the dancer. And it's adorable. It really is adorable. I'm really glad with it. Okay, so let's head back to the Ruby Sea. So we're obviously not going to be doing any fighting. I'm guessing we're going to be getting like another Vision of the Echo or something. And maybe learn a little bit more information about who Izanami used to be. At least that's my bet. Well now, that the noble Lord of Doma should come in person once again. Mayhap these blasphemies truly are a threat. Indeed they are, and I was told you and yours sighted our quarry quite recently. Aye, that we did, near the islands of Shoal Rock. The beast appeared to be docile by all accounts, but appearances can be deceiving. If it is as you say, then this blasphemy has eyes only for former conscripts, then we have naught to fear. I trust those we accepted into our care are still in yours at the Kincaid, enjoying the finest Doman hospitality. Anyway, I know not why it came to the Ruby Sea, nor why it remains idle. But if we act quickly, there is a chance we can take it unawares. I propose we divide our forces. If you're willing to go ashore, we'll take a ship and circle around the islands. First to find it, we'll have the honor of the kill. Ha! A simple enough plan. Shall we be off to Shoal Rock then? There's no way it's going to be that simple. No way. So just looking around here, there they are. Make ready, Claire. Should we find the beast first? We must be prepared to strike at once. This is where the blasphemy was last sighted. If the fates are kind, this will all be over soon. Oh, they are not kind. That I'm willing to bet. Oh, it really is right here. Damn. Such speed. I doubt even my falcons could keep pace with it. Ah, don't tell me that's the blasphemy flying off into the distance. I I hope the ill will it bore me in life might compel the beast to stay and fight. Perhaps less of Minato remains than I thought. Minato? That monstrosity was Minato? You knew her? Our family tried to flee to Hingashi during the occupation, but their ship was raided and sunk. When we happened upon the wreckage, she was huddled between her parents on a piece of flotsam, desperate to keep warm, but they had long since grown cold. We took her to Okonora, where we nursed her back to health. Couldn't imagine what horrors she must have witnessed. The mere sight of our weapons was enough to make her start screaming. She was clearly unfit for our trade, so we sought a village that might take her in. Sorry was that village. Several months later, I chanced to meet her on this very beach. She was in the company of a young Ari fisherman, and I knew at once she had found more than a home here. I saw them here many times after that. She found something comforting about this place, I think. According to reports from Razat Han, the memories and desires of those who turn can influence their behavior as blasphemies. Then perhaps Minato's memories are what compelled the beast to come here. That would also explain its timid nature. Minato was never one for violence, and the sight of you, blade drawn, no doubt stirred what little of the woman remains in the monster. If that is the case, an assault on the Kyokan is unlikely, guarded as it is by our samurai. But how are we to fight an enemy so quick to flee at the first sign of danger? Robbed of our parents, her husband, and now her life. I'd rather we didn't have to at all. I understand full well the risk we take by doing nothing. If we catch sight of the blasphemy again, you'll be the first to know. Perhaps next time, we can put her soul to rest. Hank, you just imagine the bad luck she's had. Just one thing after another. Like her parents dead, her husband dead, and now this. We scarcely had time to draw our weapons ere it fled. Perhaps we must reconsider our approach. There's naught to do now but bide our time. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Don't tell me it's that short. I don't think that was even 10 minutes. That would be like the shortest quest ever. Please tell me like there's something for us when we get back. If the blasphemy fears to show itself, there's no telling how long it may take to track it down a second time. Oh good, another cutscene. Given what we have learned, it seems likely that the blasphemy will return to Shoal Rock. But that knowledge will avail us naught if we cannot prevent it from escaping again. Lord Hien, on behalf of the people of Asari, we have come with a request. We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. What is it you would ask of me? Those returned to us in the prisoner exchange have been granted shelter at the Kyokan. But they yet live as an affront to the Kame's grand designs, and the spirits of our loved ones suffer for it. Balance must needs be restored, and so I beseech you to render them unto the goddess Izanami. Whoa! That's harsh. Absolutely not. 'Tis not our place to pray for the death of others, nor draw steel to slate more bloodlust. When I take a life, be it by command or my own hand, I do so not in service to vengeance, but to uphold my duty to Doma and her people. How did your mercy for Yotsuyu serve your duty? How were your people made better by the sight of her walking free? For her crimes and her cruelty, I cut her down the day we took Doma Castle. I sought to kill her, and by rights she should have died then and there. But the Kame willed otherwise, and returned her to us alive and bereft of her memories. With no recollection of her deeds, it would have been Tsuyu who faced punishment, not Yotsuyu. This was my judgment, and for it you were denied the justice you deserve. You have every right to resent me. You come before me and ask that I sacrifice men and women whose only crime was to suffer, to be condemned to a life of servitude. If you truly believe your cause to be sacrosanct, believe yourselves fit to bear the burden and swing the sword, then step forward. Sapphirean lies. They were meant to die. The spirits demand it. Are these the words of the dead or the living who yet mourn? Oh, he's back! Oh, it's so good to see him again. Word of the Asari priestess and her gifts have spread far and wide, and I thought to see the truth of it myself. By coincidence, I crossed paths with a traveler hailing from the selfsame village, who had a mind to return as well, but alas, could not. And so he bid me deliver a message in his stead. Judging by the striking resemblance, I take it you are the young fisher Akitsu. This is a letter from my father. He was severely wounded in battle, but expects to make a full recovery. He's alive, but that would mean... Oh. Surely a woman of your talents can divine a plausible explanation for this turn of events. They got her there. You shall pay for this, Costumini. My daughter will make certain of that. Leave it to go, Setsu. He shows up exactly when we need him and with exactly what we need to dispel all of this chaos, like all of this tension. Apologies for the abrupt and otherwise unannounced arrival. As you can see, my Lord Hien, I am returned. Full glad am I for it. Thanks to your timely arrival, we have given the lie to Kisai's claims of preternatural powers. I gather you are apprised of recent events? Aye, it did not take long to learn the state of affairs here in Doma, and that my assistance may be required. I had heard tales of Kisai channeling the dead, including the father of one young fisherman. Imagine my surprise when I saw his spirit in the flesh. He was also on a pilgrimage, paying respects to the departed, and we chanced to meet in a Liberation Front infirmary. Would that we were not brought back together under such circumstances, but I'm glad to see you all hale and hearty. Yeah, I don't think we've seen you since the end of Stormblood. He was a riot to have around, so I'm glad he's back, even in the side quest. Tombo, is there something the matter? I wish to apologize, Lord Hien. It was wrong of me to say the things I said. I understand nothing can bring back my father, but I was so angry Please, Tombo, you needn't apologize. It's just, my brother was always so brave, but father's death was more than he could bear, and it turned him into that monster. If he wasn't brave enough, what chance do I have? We wanted to perform the rites for father, but the body was never returned to us, so... Not that I blame you for that, Lord Hien. I understand nothing could be done. That Kitsu's father survived is nothing short of a miracle, but I fear he is indeed the rare exception. I've offered prayers at more graves than I can count. It would be cruel to give others the false hope that their loved ones might return. And yet Kisai continues to do just that, offering comfort with her lies. A tempting but ephemeral balm for wounds that have yet to heal, much like the anger some harbor for you, or resentment for the families restored while theirs remain broken. But for those like that poor boy whose heart lacks for hatred, who only know sadness and despair, aye, they too may turn. Exposing the truth of Kisai's deception hasn't helped matters. If we are to prevent more suffering, we must pursue a lasting solution. I would be most grateful for your counsel, Gosetsu. There is much I could learn from your pilgrimage. If there is aught you require, but say the word and it shall be done. It's the least I can do for the part I played in Yotsuyu's tragedy. I failed her in the end, but I will not fail you, my lord. Thank you again for your aid, Claire. The day's events have given me much to consider. When our next step is decided, you'll be the first to know. Wow. Definitely not what I was expecting. Oh, but I love Gosetsu. It always is so good to see him again. Okay, so the next quest is a singular gift. Not sure what that's about either, but we'll find out. So until next time, everyone, thanks for joining me, and we'll be back as soon as we can with the next quest.